everybody. Welcome to the South Australian Sports Show. Hope you're well and you can stay with us for the next hour. Barry Curtin, as always, joins me. Baz, how are you?
Good, thank you, mate.
Been a fair bit happening in the last week or so, mate, and we'll get to it towards the end of the show.
Sport.
I want to talk to you about the Australian cricket situation, what's going on there. Federer's come out and said that he thought Serena Williams was wrong in her antics in the US Open. It's taken a while for that to come out.
For Roger.
I think when he says something, he's normally well thought about it. But the one that was interesting was his comment on the clothing that they're allowed to wear. They're trying to talk about females now. You know, the French are going to bring in a stricter dress code. Where do you sit with what they can and can't wear? He said, let them wear whatever they want.
Wear what you like. Wear what you like. Wear what you feel comfortable in. If it's a sponsored thing, it wouldn't worry me one little bit. In fact, I don't even notice what they wear. Well, some I do, but not all of them. But there's a couple there that I have a quick look at. Federer and maybe Kornikova, or I don't know.
Let me ask you this: if you're watching,
but surely, Phil, that can't be an issue.
It can't be. So I think there's a point of let's have it so it's reasonable. You know, you don't want
white at Wimbledon. The rest of it, you can.
I reckon Agassi must have started that, didn't he? When Agassi came in black, that was kind of the start of where it all started. And we kind of go, the Fenwick Horn, Mundine Horn publicity machine keeps building, and all of a sudden now everybody's just saying, Horn's too good, Jeff Horn's too good. Yeah. Mundine's going to be a bunny. Is it going to be a bad show in the end?
No.
No? You think?
No. Mundine's better than that.
Yep.
Yeah, Mundine's better than that. It won't be a one-way traffic. I don't see that happening. I was disappointed in Horn when he fought Crawford. Crawford made him look like me. Yep. And, that's not good. No. So I'm rating Mundine. Right. I might be the only one, but I think Mundine's a really good boxer.
All right. The two AFL boys back on track. Two clubs back this week. Obviously, they didn't go that deep into the finals, so they're back early.
Watch them.
You were down there. What did you think of the Power boys?
Well, it was. I don't know whether this is a moment or not, but the moment they ran it on the ground on Wednesday morning for their first official hit out, they no sooner ran through the gate, and the heavens just went whammo and rained on them.
And kept training?
They kept going. I didn't.
Right.
I went for shelter. Did you? But they're all keen.
Well, they're paid bigger money than you.
I actually spoke to a couple of players like Toddy Marshall, who's back from injury, and a few of the boys that are back that have had major surgery, and they're all jumping out of their skin, as most clubs would be at this time of year, getting ready to fly. But a lot of pressure on. Well, I think there's a lot of pressure on both AFL clubs this year.
Yep, I'd agree with that. Mate, plenty coming up on the show. You caught up with Darren Cale. Part 2 is on the show. He's a ripping bloke killer,
part one, I think,
last week,
part
2.
And part 2 coming up.
Yep. Brett Maher's going to join us. We're going to talk about amateur athletics. Based Sheffield, of course, coming up in December.
You win it?
Softball, as a spectator.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I'll be there as a spectator. Softball, got a...
Back marker, mate.
Back marker, eh? How far back will you be?
I'll be back in the Moseley.
Back in the Moseley. All right, on that note, we'll head over to Ashley for the news. Ash, what have you got for us?
Well, it's been a corker of a week this week. Adelaide United's Craig Goodwin is looking to be the signing of the season, bagging his 5th goal for the Reds in just 10 days. United defeated the Central Coast Mariners by 3 goals, with Goodwin bagging 2 and assisting the 3rd. The in-form left winger will be hoping to continue his career best form when the Reds take on Perth Glory at Cooper Stadium on Sunday. In basketball, round 4 of the Women's League finished off with the Adelaide Lightning falling to the Bendigo Spirit by 18 points. The Lightning was simply beaten by the better team on the day, trailing from the get-go. Nicole Seecamp was strong as usual, but couldn't get her side over the line. The Lightning look to steady their season with a win over Dandenong tomorrow. And staying with the basketball, the 36ers were left stunned by the Brisbane Bullets, losing the contest in the dying seconds of the game. Nathan Sobey levelled the scores with 19 seconds left, but a 3-point dagger by the Bullets sent Aussies home empty-handed. Let's hope the 36ers can bounce back after a tough couple of games when they face Sydney Kings tomorrow. In cricket, the Redbacks are continuing to battle the Sheffield Shield Series, battling out with Victoria for their 3rd consecutive draw. In an entertaining matchup, Chad Myers crunched his maiden first-class half-century, and Tom Cooper scored his 2nd consecutive century for the South Aussies. Despite strong performances from both sides, play was abandoned on the final day due to wet weather. The Redbacks will regroup and take on Western Australia, with play starting today. The Adelaide Bite has signed American pitcher Jared Wilson after he impressed spectators with his fastball in the Super League Baseball Adelaide. Wilson flew himself to Adelaide to pitch in the Super League as a way to audition for the Bite in front of manager Chris Adamson. Wilson is another experienced import, boosting the Bite's pitching alongside the likes of Solbach, Kurt Heyer and Brian Chafee. The Bite will be on the pitch for the first time this season for an exhibition game against the All-Stars tomorrow. And to footy, the Adelaide Crows women's side has selected Modbury's Chloe Shear with the 37th pick in their annual draft. She was expected to go up for the draft last year, but a ruptured ACL set her back, making her selection all the more sweet this year. At only 16, Shear claimed the Under-18 Best and Fairest award, as well as the Most Senior award, the Dutch Medal, which is the equivalent to the Magarey Medal. She was also drafted alongside Nikki Gore, who hails from Christie Beach and was selected in the 2018 All-Australian squad. Looks like the Crows will have a cracking 2019. That's all for me this week. I'll see you next time, boys.
Yes, Ashley, thanks for that news. Well, Baz, time to talk athletics. So thought we get the big guns in. Of course, Tjimarri's on the end of the bench here, mate. Although he wasn't on Sunday at the Port Adelaide gift, which he won. Leon, the executive officer of South Australia, joins us. Thanks for coming in, fellas.
No worries.
Yeah. Let's start with you, mate. Sunday, big race, get a win. How are you feeling?
Yeah, great. It was our first pro meet of the season for me, so it was actually my home athletics club as well, so it was good to get out there and get the win from the back marker, which was good.
Back marker. The Port Adelaide, what's that run over?
So that one was over 100 metres. They've just got a brand new 120-metre blue synthetic track down there, so it was the first pro meet in South Australia to be on that kind of track as well.
So when you say you're a back marker, where do you start?
Right at the back.
Right at the
right at the back.
Oh, really?
Sort of front up there. He means how far back are you? How far back?
So I was off of...
Very good.
My handicap was 3 metres.
Yeah, okay.
And there was someone else behind me, but everyone else was, I think the closest person to me was 2.5 metres in front of me. Yeah. And then everyone else has just kept staggering out in front of me. So
that's a long way. It's a long way in an athletics race, isn't it?
Yeah, had a bit of ground.
What did you win it by?
Not much, probably... 200ths of a second, maybe. I'm not too sure. I didn't see the final time between the splits, but it was a tight finish.
I mean, let's talk a little bit about it. You're originally you did training here in Adelaide. The last 3 years up in the Gold Coast. What made you move to the Gold Coast for 3 years?
I just needed a bit of a change of environment around training. Wanted to go to somewhere where there was a high performance sort of background in the sport, and I just wanted to learn. Grow as an athlete, and I did. I had massive improvements over those 3 years, but then it just sort of got to the point where I was ready to move home and sort of be closer to family again.
Do you have to contact somebody? Do you have to make contact with somebody about training on the Gold Coast, or do you just go up there? I mean, you said there was a high performance place up there. How do you set that up?
So I originally started running through Surf Life Saving. So in Queensland, Surf Life Saving is massive, and that's where all the two of the big squads over there come from, a affiliated Surf Life Saving club. So I approached that surf club, and then they sent me to their sprint coach, and then it went from there.
Okay.
So mate, when you said you improved a lot, can you give us a time improvement, or did you change events? Did you go from 400 to 100? Did you what?
So the first year I moved there, I just stayed as a 100, 200 metre runner, but I went from probably running about a 10.9 and a 21.85 to a 10.5 and a 21.3 within that one season of just being there, and then so I just kept growing.
What do you reckon the biggest reason for your improvement was?
I had a proper gym program.
Okay.
Weighed 55 kilos when I went there, and I'm about 68 now, so that big chunk of muscle I put on definitely helped me strengthen up and turn over my power.
That's a big difference. 10.05, 10.9. That's a massive improvement in running sense. That's not a
massive
small
drops, and it was couldn't thank anything.
So what do you do now? Would you go back? Although the season is starting now, isn't it? The athletic season is just kicking in.
Yeah, so the athletic season's just kicking off. Got a few track meets over the next couple of weeks, and then a few pro meets in December before Bay Sheffield. Then there's the summer high performance circuit for track and field. Yeah. So there'll be a few races in Canberra I'll go to. Then there's Nationals, which is also a World Champs qualifier. Yeah. So there's a big season ahead.
Yeah, massive.
Let's talk about the Bay Sheffield, Leon. You mentioned it, 26, 27, 28 December.
Yes.
At Collie Reserve, mate. Of course, it's a big part of Adelaide racing. It's the one big event. It's a bit like the Stawell Gift. Everyone gets excited about it. How's that building?
Yeah, it's 132nd year this year, so got a few big things planned. Got big screen TVs down there. We've got a bit of a food and wine venue next door, so to attract a bit more of the crowd down. We have the cricket on as well on the TV, so if you can come down and have a beer and watch the cricket, watch the running back and forward. Obviously, Glenelg's a pretty iconic area to be down in summer. And we've got a few good athletes coming over. We've got Madison Coates coming over from Victoria, so she's just represented Australia in the Commonwealth Games up in the Gold Coast. Yeah. So she's the second fastest over 100 and 200 female in Australia at the moment. And she's going to be actually running a coaching clinic for young athletes as well on the 26th. Yeah. So it's all progressing very well. The 26th is we're going to do like a family type day, so we're going to run little athletics races, all the junior heats, coaching clinic, and a few sort of fun things.
All down the bay?
All down at the bay, yeah. All down at Colley Reserve.
It's massive, isn't it, for the state, the Bay Chef? I mean, you said 132 years, but it's something that everybody expects Christmas time, Bay.
Correct, yep. So, I don't really know what Christmas is. I've been going down there for probably 20 years, and it's December, it's Bay Sheffield. It's we go down there, they get big crowds, we get big interstate contingent coming over. Yeah. It's just something I do, but something a lot of people do in December.
He's the most popular man, the Bay Sheffield. He's
Tjimarri?
the handicapper.
Oh, he's the handicapper.
Yeah, he is the most unpopular.
I was thinking the bloke at the end was more popular.
Oh, he's very popular, but he's not.
Any chance we can shorten his back mark just for the race? Can we negotiate
I reckon
something?
we can get him back a little bit. 10.5 is pretty quick. So.
Is he going to be one of the ones to beat here?
Oh, definitely, yeah. He's sort of an informed athlete. Port Adelaide's actually been a pretty good guide. It's only the sort of second meet in for our carnival, but it's been a pretty good guide. You can sort of get a feel of where athletes are coming from. Yeah. The other one, Harrison Hunt, is a young fella. He came second last year. He's gone back a fair way, but he's shown pretty in the first race. He did a pretty good performance. He went in the World Juniors. So.
Gone back? What do you mean gone back?
So he ran off 6.5 last year. He just won a race off 3.5 a few weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
So 3.5 metres. In front of the zero mark.
So when we get when we get them over, when we get all these interstate athletes over, we've got a local boy here, right there. We've got a couple of them. When you do the handicapping, can we, dodgy a bit of them? I'm not saying anything should be dodgy. I'm not saying.
No. Luckily, we're not saying it.
Take us through the criteria. Take us through how you do it. That's always amazed me. Yeah. Why guys have to start there, and there.
Yep. So I've probably got the biggest Excel spreadsheets you'd ever want to see, with hundreds of runners' names and sort of every distance they run, times they've run, when they've run them, who they've beaten, who they've competed against. There's obviously, we've got sort of some set guidelines as far as, you win a race, there's certain penalties you get. And you just look at all different things matching up against other runners, but a lot to do with times and how they're going.
It's really hard to understand it, isn't it? Because you go, we're going to have a 120-metre race, but effectively for you at the moment it's 123 metres.
Someone 117.
We go the other way.
117, and you go, it just doesn't seem quite fair. how you determine where you get set to start from.
Yeah, so we run these races pretty well weekly from October all the way through to April. Yeah. Obviously, Bay Sheffield's the big race, and then a lot of athletes end up to the stall gift. Yeah. So we just got so much data on the athletes running. It's a little bit different now because everything with the internet, people cross the line and the times are up there. Yeah. We know what they've run, who they've beat. So you got a pretty good idea of what people can do. A little bit different in the old days when people used to rock up and no one knew anything about them, and then they'd be superstars and win.
Yeah. So do you cop any flack?
Oh, I got one friend every carnival, and that's the person that wins.
That's the one that wins. Hey, Tjimarri, what do you reckon your chances are, mate? If your form stays good, you can stay injury-free over the next couple of months. How do you see yourself coming into the Bay Chef?
We'll just have to see. Obviously, feeling good so far. If I can freshen up and stay injury-free, like you said, then anything can happen really on the day. It's whether who can produce 3 good runs on the day and hold their form throughout the entire for each run.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we need to get down there. 26th, 27th, 28th of December, the Bay Sheffield here. It is spectacular. Tjimarri is our man to win it. Leon, thanks for coming in, boys. We'll stay in touch and find out how your form is leading into it, whether the odds are good for us or not. Stay with us. A bit more to come on the show.